is Beyond Grades. And here we bring graduates every time in order for them to share their stories from school and after school, and then to inspire you and educate you and also teach you every single lesson they've been able to learn from life. My name is MC Jessie, and today I'm honored to have one of the greatest voices I've ever heard in my life, full of wisdom, understanding, and you break every single thing that we're going to be discussing. Welcome on board, Humphrey, Mr. Humphrey.
All right. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much. All right, so today we are just going to be interacting. How has it been for you in school? I always like graduates to tell us the school they went to and the course they read, so that their alumni can be like, yo, this is a product of my institution.
All right, all right. I graduated from University of Guinea. Yeah, the
Uniben.
great Univen from Department of Science, Laboratory Technology, Chemistry, Techniques.
Whoa.
So those persons from my faculty, you understand that a lot. So it's easier for them to relate to that statement. When you say you graduated from University of Guinea, you should know that a lot
Went down.
went down. You understand?
Okay, but okay. So by a lot, I mean we've had a lot of graduates that will tell you, Omo, it wasn't funny for me. Like I had two choices after secondary school because my parents could not afford university. So I had to force myself to go to that level. So I was shuffling between studies and hustling. So how was it for you? Did you have that smooth landing where school fees, other study materials were taken care of, like from family, friends, and all of that, or you had to struggle your way to this?
Well, I'll say everything. Thanks to God and my parents and siblings. I wasn't caught in that web of, after secondary school, you are going to know. The
Hustle.
options was straightforward.
Go to
After secondary school, you're going straight to the university.
Yeah.
You understand? So it was always established from the very first point. But, along the line, I had my own fair share of struggles, you get, and I did some media jobs which majorly involves teaching. So although I had passion for teaching, so I've been teaching since right from secondary school.
Wow.
So when I finished, I thought, even when I was still in university, I was still teaching till I graduated. When I graduated from school, I still taught, you get, just even while still working professionally, I still do remote teaching online, you get, but because it's something that I enjoy doing, it's something that I love to do, imparting the next generation, you understand? But so I would say, school was nice, yeah, it was okay, it was fair. You had your own fair share of struggles, you had your own fair share of disappointments here and there, but in all of it, it's thanks to God, the efforts of mentors, family, relatives, and of course, lastly, I want to thank me for putting in the
Yeah,
work.
I love that part. People always forget to say that.
Yeah,
People always forget that.
because no matter how much they spend or how much they invest in you, if you don't put in the work, you will definitely still make a mess of the whole thing.
Yeah.
You get, so as I say, I want to thank me for putting in the work, for the efforts and all
Let
that.
me join you and celebrate you. So if you're to go back to stand at the same spot the first day you entered the university, and then you have a choice to choose another course compared to the course you read, would you have gone for this same course now that you read
Oh, wow.
as a Nigerian graduate?
There is this, I think this is something I never thought I was going to share or say anywhere.
Okay.
First and foremost, I didn't apply for this course.
Okay, we plenty.
That's right. I actually wanted to study medicine and I didn't get cut off to medicine. So I won't say they gave me, I'll say I got science laboratory
What you
technology.
merited as at that time.
Yeah. So though I made various audacious efforts to try as much as possible to change it. And But sadly, I wasn't able to. Throughout my years in school, I wasn't able to change. But so if I were to go back again, I would not even think twice. I won't do it.
You just change it straight up.
I won't do it because I wrote jam while I was in 500 level. Again, because I wrote
Whoa, that's
jam.
how much you love medicine.
I wrote jam from I wrote in 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 because I wanted to go back to medicine. You get so uh if because I've always told myself like if I wanted to start afresh, I would rather start afresh in medicine. I had the
Dan,
option of studying pharmacy or putting in pharmacy, but I didn't want to do pharmacy. Why? When you do what you actually love or what you want to do, there is a
there's a
point.
picture of the future.
Yeah, there is a point you get to along the line that things become tough.
But
It is that reason why you started that will carry
push
you through. You get so if you're in a place whereby you don't love or you don't find the reason, you are just doing it because
this
let
is
me
what I
just,
have.
let me just do it and be better off than at least it's better off than where I was before.
Yeah.
And when you get to that point where that break point,
It
you
will
see
break
that
you more than it
so
should
you start wondering like how come I'm not giving my best in this place.
Yeah.
So those are like the things. So if I were to go back to school, I'm not missing words. I will not study the same because I not because the course is bad. Of course,
but it wasn't for you at
it's
that
not
time.
something that I
You love.
really want to do. It's not something that I wanted to do at that point. Yet. So I tried to change it. I wrote jam again. Even there was a point. I think my last jam I got 317.
Yo, that's huge.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, so it's always this funny trick of when pushing GME score, when aggregate mark will be 74, 77 for cut mark for medicine, I'll end up with 75, two out of it. When it was 70, I'll end up with 69. So, at a point, that's why I said I wasn't going to make this video. I know probably I have most of my classmates around the world, and my class rep, if he sees it, he will always remember this. Because he always said then, I didn't pay attention in class, like from my 100 level days, I wasn't really interested.
Because that's not what you want. And you
That's
feel
not- so
like you're going to change it at some point.
I feel like, oh, this year, this is the year I'm going to
Yeah,
change it.
yeah.
This is the year I'm going to change. This is the year I'm going to. So they always see me with on the how do I put it now? Secondary school textbooks jam in my
Still
bag,
reading.
and whenever he sees that, so cause for laughter. At the point it was a big mockery, and you get, but
It is what it is.
it
Right?
is what it is. You understand? It is what it is. Yeah, and I would have still gone back, although I would have still gone back if I was. And I still tell my advice to people out there is. Do not settle. No dream is too
It's not late.
small to
It's
achieve.
never too late.
Neither is any dream too big to chase. So do not settle for anything. You never can tell how close you are from getting it. You understand? The reason why I currently where I am right now, I'm not saying okay, I want to go back to medicine now is because I have found a perfect graduate program that I'll do that will still take me back to the things that I love in medicine, which is you understand. So I haven't said that, but I'll say my advice to people is always don't settle. Keep pushing, keep putting in the work, keep trying to change. If you want to change it, keep putting in the work, change it. You understand? It's just that our educational system in Nigeria is so bad that we have a lot of corrupt persons in
leadership.
Some of these institutions
Yeah.
whereby a lot of person you get a good score, you miss out on merit list, and so things like that. But like I always say, it's not the end of the world
One
for
day
any.
is one day, right?
Keep putting in the work, keep pushing. If you really want to change it, I think one of the things that I like in changing it was because there was a step I should have taken. I think my friends took it and it worked out for them, and which was quit the program I was doing.
As at the time.
As at that time, go back home, re-strategize,
and come back bigger and
again
better.
for it. You get, but no, what I was doing was okay.
One leg here,
I'll
another
do
there.
this. Yeah. I'll put in the effort as well in this other side. If I get it, I'll do both.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Really, you were ready to like risk.
I was like saying I was gonna do both. If it comes, I was going to do both. Yeah, because a lot of persons that I knew then who rejected what they were given and went back home.
It worked out for
It
them.
worked out very fine for them. But then
Whoa.
came back, we fired, and they got, a lot of them it didn't still work out. They get a lot of persons it didn't work out.
For me, I really think this is the first time I'm hearing somebody having my kind of challenge as a graduate and still have the same mindset that I still have, right? I've always wanted to study mass communication because it's one thing for you to know how to talk and another thing to talk professionally, right? Then I ended up giving economics. Now, while I was in school, I still wanted to go for mass communication. And then even when I was not able to achieve that, I still want to right now, as I am, I still want to go back and study mass communication. It would be a personal fulfillment for me to see that I have the certificate in mass communication, I have the skill now, I have the knowledge now, and all of that. And I can be able to grow from where I am now as a public speaker and do well because I now have the certificate and I have this the knowledge as much as I needed to. So I really feel you're not just speaking to people watching you out there, but you're actually inspiring me as a person also. So if you are to meet a group of graduates now and then you have an advice to give them as a Nigerian graduate, what would you say to them?
Wow.
That long breath, that was too long and deep.
It's tough because irrespective of what you study, when your parents are well connected or you're well connected in society, then you have an easy path of breaking into the labor market. But that notwithstanding, there is always a place of effort, hard work, which comes to play for the very little ones. What our advice is learn a skill alongside with whatever you're studying. Learn a skill. Yeah, develop yourself fully. Break like now we have the opportunity of breaking into tech
Mm,
and
that's the new oil money.
okay. So breaking into tech did a lot of so and it's not something that you need the university to actually learn. So you can learn it while you're still schooling, you understand? So irrespective of the area you find yourself in education, there's a tech part that speaks to it.
Mm.
So you could always figure it out for yourself. It might not necessarily be tech alone. You could learn fashion designing, you could learn shoemaking, you could learn whatsoever it is. Just learn a skill. Be so good in that your skill that you're doing, and you might not even have a need for your certificate anymore. Because the scripture made us understand, it said, a man's gift makes room for him. So when you learn a skill, automatically becomes your gift. It could also be that you have a gift, you have a talent. Then go ahead, develop it. You get. I love the idea of speaking, of talking. I've always wanted one of my goals I've written down is to be an orator, a public speaker.
Wow.
But I've always felt like, oh, I need to go to the school of oratory in US so that I can become a very good public speaker. So for that reason, I've always suppressed my voice. I don't speak out. When you give me an opportunity, I'll just turn it down. I'm not interested. Because I always ask like, of course I know I have something that I want to say. I have a contribution that I want to add, but I just felt like, this is not it. You're not there yet. You're not there yet. You're not good enough for it and all this stuff like that. So don't be like me in bearing that dream or that part of you. You understand? And I know that I could always speak. I could always talk. I could always engage people. And it's just a mindset of stepping out of that shell that I've not always been able to. And mind you, I don't like social media.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I've observed that. I think
I don't
there
like
was a
social
time I
media.
was going through my Facebook and then I saw you, my people you may know. I went to your page and I didn't see anything.
Of course.
I think not even pictures.
I don't like social media. I think the last time I uploaded on my Instagram should be 2019.
Yo,
The last time I uploaded on my Facebook should be 2017. Then the last time I even posted on my WhatsApp status should be like 3 or 4 years ago.
really?
It's
That's
surprising,
not
right?
even a joke.
It's not a joke. I don't like I like the being behind the scene of not being seen on social media because for me, I have no people is like social media is the new oil
Oil
money,
money,
the new
yeah.
business money and all this stuff like that. But yeah, for me, I'm not really interested in this. social media hype and blah 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 of all that. I just want to make a lot of money and disappear and tell people that money is not everything. you,
Yo,
you
I
understand?
just want to make a lot of money and then disappear.
Disappear and tell people money is not everything. You'll get it. So because why people are trying to
King
like
Solomon.
make money and be seen, me on the other hand, I just want to make enough for
Low
myself
key
and
money.
leave the scene for those persons who wants to be seen. I really like it because a lot of persons, because when you put in social media, your entire life is out there. People know where you are, what you're doing. You get. I don't even know how I convinced myself to be doing this podcast today. but
That's the power.
but the fact is, I'm here, and I
Okay.
hope this stirs up a new beginning
Yeah,
of
yeah,
attending every other
yeah,
podcast
yeah.
invitation I've always done because I've always talked down on social media. Down to I don't join public pictures when they're taking pictures. I don't like it because I don't.
Want to be seen.
Yeah, someone is going to post the picture on social media, and social media doesn't forget. They can't delete it. You get. So I have no control about what the person is going to do with the pictures or where they are going to post it, the caption they are going to use. So
Now this is not me like trying to alter your mindset or
I
try
get.
to introduce you to something new, but I really feel that or feel like people can actually post on social media with restrictions. It's okay for you to be a private person, but for the sake of business, for the sake of it, people go on social media for different reasons. There are people who go there for show off. That's what you're trying to avoid, right? Trying to, okay, I have a new car, I'm now in London, I'm now in the UK, my business is doing well, you want to rub it on people's face. It's different. Then people go on social media also for branding. Like, this is what I do, and I need you to see it so that you can buy into what I do. So you get more audience, you get more deals to close, you get, and it works, right? There are people who go to advertise businesses. There are people, just like you love public speaking, it is also a space for you to sell your ideas and mindset and shape the society. We need a lot of voices. Now, you're a very good Christian guy, like, I've been with you for a while in church, and I really see that whenever you stand up to speak, there's always wisdom in what you say. Now, the social media space is also polluted with a lot of bad mindsets, bad ideologies, and all these things. We now need more people, right, that know the right things to say, that promote morality, to be on the same space so that their voices can also be loud and reach more people. If you see what young people do on social media right now, you know that they need you there. Because by just seeing you there, somebody can pick you as a role model and start following you and learning a lot of things and unlearning some things they have learned. So I really feel like you can really do that. Not because you want to show wealth. You can choose to just inspire young people. Just like you say, you have interest in building their mindset and helping them to find their path in life.
Alright.
You can as well start a podcast towards that. Or maybe building, it mustn't even be a podcast. It can be just inspiring videos, right?
Alright, what I would say to that
What
effect
about that?
is the media space is filled with there's dream tech, right? You
Yeah,
guys
dreamer.
should dreamer.
Yeah.
You guys will continue to do what you're doing.
Mhm.
You understand? Why we would always support you from behind the scene. You understand? How would I even put it? I feel like you said, the media space is actually polluted with a lot of gibberish
Diabetes
and
too.
all that, and we need a lot of persons to actually step up and share their voices. Well, it's something I would think about.
Think about it.
A friend of mine said something one time. I think I still remember what she said. She said, "I try as much as possible to avoid criticism."
Okay.
And she told me, very simple in plain language, that you cannot avoid criticism. The only way you can avoid criticism is one, if you say nothing, you be nothing, and you're nothing.
Oh.
You understand?
Say nothing.
Say nothing,
Be
be nothing, and you're
nothing.
nothing. Then you can avoid criticism.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the place where I don't say anything. Nobody criticizes me. Nobody drags me on social media.
Oh. Now I see. Now I
You
see.
understand? So, but like you suggested now, don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. I pray the Lord gives us
It's a journey, but
understanding. Yeah.
it's very hard for anyone to be around me and not be able to have a social media presence. And it's just a natural thing for me. I've been on that space for a while. I think it's 10 years or more building my pages, though I've lost some and I'm still building it. But one of the things I do is that I don't know how to give up on it. So when it breaks down, I still come back. It doesn't mean that I put out things that are very valuable to me, that are private, that I would like to, that are sacred to me. I can't put it out there. But you see, my business, anything now, if you go on the social media and you're my friend on Facebook, you know that this girl is an MC. You just know it naturally. And then you know that this girl is an insurance agent because I make noise about everything I do.
You're a marketer.
So it's
So you
easier
know
for
that
you to
space.
just, you can't even
You
think of
understand?
any of these things and not have me in mind. So it's branding. There's something you just want to be associated with. There's something you want to be known for. And social media gives you that platform to express yourself.
Very
So
true.
it means I'm going to be your friend for some time.
Why
So
I
that I
keep
will initiate that into your head.
All right. Why I keep chasing that thing that I want to be known for? I'll still think about the social media space like you suggested. So I think this is a wrap up. On a final note to students and young graduates out there, right now, social media is the new
New oil
oil money.
money.
Put your crafts out there.
Yeah.
Any business you have, put it out there. I was in a church gathering. I was in a young ministers retreat recently, and one of the testimonies a lady came to make was that she made over 100 million naira from her business as a fashion designer. And how did it work? She
Social
made a
media.
design that went viral, a particular dress that went viral, and that was it. You get so you just imagine from one design, and we're always seeing a lot of stars rise as a result of posting one thing on TikTok and they become super and they will just blow up from there. So
Yeah.
put your crafts out there. Don't be like me who doesn't like social media. Put your crafts out there. Put your work out there. Let it be about the work, not about your person, what
Yeah.
you have in the inside. Put more of your work. In fact, just put anything that has to do with your work, put your
Sell
work
it.
out there.
Yeah.
Sell your work out there so that you have visibility, people will see it rather than selling yourself. I think those are the downside of social media because
Yeah.
people come to air their destiny then in public and they forget that the media records all these things. 10 years later, somebody will make reference back to it. You understand?
I feel like what we should really encourage people is trend for the right reasons, right? You know that people actually put up stuff so they can trend for the wrong reason because people like to see all those bad side of life, right?
Very true.
But then we can actually encourage people to trend on the social media for the right reasons. But a lot of people have actually made name by trending for the wrong reasons. And recently you see the controversy like about Pella
Of course,
and you see
it's
all these
big.
things
It is
and they are
proven.
making money. they, are,
Yes,
they are making a lot of money out of it. Recently MC Mbakara's wife made dressed in a very very exposing manner, and as a married woman people dragged her because of what she was wearing, but they were making money from it. And I think from that day he kept hitting on that, posting his wife back to back and saying why is she not trending because she's dressed decent and all of that. And then this is where they make their own money. But I'm just saying that if you don't want to trend for the wrong reasons, then involve yourself in doing the right thing so that you can trend
All right.
for the
Of
right
course.
reasons. So thank you, viewers, and I hope that you're going to like, share, and comment always because we will always bring amazing graduates that are full of impactful things to tell you. And as much as I interviewed him today, I also learned so much from him, and I hope you always stick to this channel so you can learn more and also get to see a lot of graduates that have been hiding themselves behind the scene. Now we are bringing them to the limelight. Thank you so much. It was a great time having
All right.
you in the studio. See you next time.